When I was an agent working at a brokerage, it was one of those things where I was so motivated. I was so driven. I was so on top of my shit in terms of what I needed to do, but for some reason I still got shafted out of the deal. What's up guys, Austin here, 7-figure entrepreneur and day trader. I've been day trading over half a decade on multiple businesses in the trading space, and this is what I have to share with you to make your journey just a little bit easier. So when I was an agent working at a brokerage, it was one of those things where I was so motivated. I was so driven. I was so on top of my shit in terms of what I needed to do my job right. You know, I would hunt for those listings. I would build my sphere of influence. I would hit up everybody that I knew to get those listings or to have the opportunity to help them get into their next home. But the reality is age works against you in real estate. When you are a young guy, I was 18 when I got into the real estate business. It was very challenging to build trust. And no matter how much somebody likes you, whenever you're dealing with a sale or purchase of a multi-million-dollar property, or even, you know, something that's right around that $1 million mark, it requires a lot of experience and a lot of trust. And you can't help but understand those people given the situation. Now, that's one of those things to where that's a variable that you need to deal with in real estate. You have to deal with the unpredictability and the nature of the people that basically employ you in a sense, because you can't pull those strings yourself. Now, I was, very stern, put my feet in the ground and made it clear that I wasn't willing to accept that, but still it was something that I had to deal with. It's something that other people would have to deal with. And it's one of those things that no matter how good of a job you do, you might not necessarily get rewarded the way you thought you would. But that's also very similar in trading. You could do your job completely right in trading execution-wise, and price action could still disrespect your thesis and you could still lose money. So there's definitely challenges to both sides, except the thing with trading, it's yourself in the market. With real estate, there's yourself, your brokerage, the client. There's so many different variables that play there to where it can get, a little frustrating depending on your personality. So if you are on the fence about what you should do with your career, whether you're a young man, young woman, or you're not young and you're just looking to kind of be in control of your own destiny, be in control of your income, be your own boss, I personally would say day trading. Obviously I would say that because I'm a day trader and I've been doing this for years now, but I don't say that blindly. So I actually used to be a real estate agent when I first graduated high school. I didn't go to college. I got my real estate license. I live down here in Florida where the average home price is significantly higher than the average home price in most places in the United States. And I tried my hand at the whole real estate thing. I had a couple $1 million in listings, and it was one of those things to where I would go through the hustle. I did the whole real estate grind, and then I quickly realized it wasn't for me. Now, if you're somebody that likes to, drive people around and, really heavy on marketing and you want to be a salesy type person and you're willing to go through that process, then it might not be a bad fit. But for me, I could talk pretty well. I'm pretty friendly, but naturally I like to kind of just do my own thing and not really rely on anybody else to make money. I like to make money based on my own actions and my own decisions. So for me, day trading was way more attractive. I actually hated being a real estate agent. It was terrible, but I did everything that I could from the time that I did it to really try to succeed at it. I had listings, I would do my open houses, I would spend my weekends and all my weekdays going out looking for prospects, doing open houses whenever I could. I would even go on the MLS, find houses that I thought looked really cool, and then I would post them on my social media pages. I would send them to people that were potential leads, and I would try to represent the buyer on that type of a sale, even though I didn't have the listing. I just wanted to attach myself to homes that I liked and that I thought were cool, because whenever I would go into a house that was kind of whatever and try to sell it, it felt so inauthentic to me, and it was really hard for me to be able to do that job really well. So neither of the things are easy. Being a real estate agent or being a day trader are not easy. The difference is when you're a day trader, you are basically responsible for your actions, and your outcomes are based on your actions. When you're a real estate agent, the same is also true. However, you can't buy your own house and give yourself your own commission. You need somebody, technically you can. You could save commission if you're purchasing a home, but if you need somebody to buy a house in order for you to get a commission check, you need that person to be ready to buy. You need the market to be opportunistic for them to find something that meets their criteria that they want to buy. So you are basically putting the whole market sentiment and the whole volume of sales kind of in a third party's control, whether that's the buyer or whether that's the overall condition of the housing market at the time. You have buyers markets and you have sellers markets, and that's one of those things to where you really have to be kind of dynamic in which area you want to target. Now, if you're someone that's trying to focus on getting homes sold to people, whereas sold to buyers, you really need to go out there and market yourself. yourself. You need to shake a lot of hands. You need to bullshit with a lot of people. You need people to really want to deal with you. And when you're a younger guy, that's extremely hard because a lot of people that are looking to buy multi-million-dollar homes are a little bit older, 40, 50 plus. They may not trust you if you're 18, 19, 20, 21 years old into buying or facilitating that transaction for a multi-million-dollar property. So there's a lot of roadblocks that you run into, and a lot of them are beyond your control. With day trading, by no means is it easy, but it's all based on your actions. It's based on your perceptions. It's based on market decisions or market information and the decisions you make on that information. Whereas with real estate, you could be showing the nicest house. It could be priced fairly. You could work every open house. You could sit at the front desk in your brokerage from 8 to 5 or 7 to 5 every single day and answer the phone for every single call that comes in trying to build a lead list and still go 2-3 months without getting a sale. Or if you do get that sale, you have to wait for it to close. So there's a lot of different variables that kind of delay you actually receiving those checks. Whereas with day trading, maybe there's a day where you don't get a setup, and then there is a day where you do get one, and then followed by maybe 2 or 3 more days where the market is opportunistic and provides you with good setups. You're able to get paid that day. Now, are you going to be getting, $10, $15, $20, $30,000 checks right off the bat like you would be with real estate, depending on the niche that you're selling? Not necessarily. You definitely need to work your way up to trade, good size and make, 5-figure returns on a daily basis. In terms of scalability, I think a good day trader is going to make way more money per year because of the fact that trading is so scalable. Real estate, on the other hand, it depends how much inventory is in the market, how many buyers are out there, how aggressive are your leads, how quick on these closing dates can you be. There's a lot more different factors that kind of make it very restrictive in terms of scaling. If you're a day trader, you can go from making $100K a year to making $1 million the next year, or you could go from making $1 million one year to making $5 million or $10 million based on not only market conditions, your mental clarity, your mental strength, and your risk appetite. But the real reality with trading, and it's not as easy as it sounds, but the truth is the only thing holding you back from making $10,000 on a trade or $100,000 on a trade is just the size of your order. Now, you could literally just turn your size up and make more money on the same exact move as you would that you make 500 bucks with. It takes the same amount of effort. Whereas with real estate, you have to have way more listings, so there needs to be a lot more inventory, or you need to be selling behemoth homes that cost 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 million dollars, or you need to be closing 100, 200, 300 million dollars a year for you to make 6% on that or 3% on that and actually get the same return. Now, is either one of them an easy feat? Absolutely not. But if I had to pick, it's very obvious. I mean, I day trade for a living and I used to be in real estate, so obviously I'd pick day trader. But if you are contemplating which field to get into, you need to ask yourself these questions. Are you cool with taking responsibility for everything yourself? Are you cool with being responsible for every decision that pays you? Are you cool with putting up financial risk in order to make money? If you're not, then day trading's not for you. If you are, then that could be a great avenue. Now, you also have to ask yourself this: are you a people person? Do you like going out, spending time with people, even if it might not financially benefit you? Do you like marketing things? Do you like pitching things? Do you like selling a dream? Do you like trading your time for money? Are you cool with investing in promoting something that may bring you a return, but you're not necessarily sure on the time horizon in which that it will actually become fruitful? If you are, then real estate could be a great fit for you. The only thing with real estate, I think it's great to invest in. I think real estate investing is a phenomenal idea, and I 100% am not hating on that whatsoever. What we are talking about right now is brokering real estate transactions. The issue with it is it's extremely competitive depending on where you're located. Being in Southwest Florida, there's thousands upon thousands of realtors. Everybody and their grandma's a real estate agent here. And it's one of those things to where you really are competing for the same prize. So it's one of those things to where you really have to be good at marketing yourself. You really have to be good at talking to people. You really have to be cool with being patient on the sale. You have to do a lot. You jump through a lot more hoops than you have to jump through with day trading, but they're different hoops. Both things you have to jump through hoops. Both things you'll run into certain challenges. Both will give you a good return, but it just depends on how dedicated you're going to be to either one of them. So a really cool thing with day trading, if you're like, I don't know if I can take the financial risk, or if I'm in a position to do that, that's totally fine, because with day trading, there's something called prop firms where you can actually show them that you can trade profitably, that you have a profitable system, and then you can actually get funding to outside capital and keep like 80 to 90% of whatever you make. So with that, all you really need is the skill set. You don't necessarily need to put up the financial risk in order to reap the benefits, which is a great thing. So that's not necessarily a massive bottleneck with day trading anymore, especially in the future space. There's tons of prop firms out there that will fund undercapitalized traders or talented traders. So that's a great thing. So if you're kind of on the fence on what you want to do, and you go ahead and you try that real estate route, and you find out that, you know, driving around old people kissing ass on your weekends to try to sell houses isn't for you, you can come back to this video, you can click the link in the bio, and I'll give you all the tools and skill sets that you need to succeed in this industry. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm out.